All right, on this video, we're going to deal with cubes. We've dealt, on the previous video, we're dealing with squares. Now we're going to deal with cubes and what it means when we're talking about cubes. So let's write a number. Let's write number 3. And then they are asking us to cube it. Now we are going to write it in expanded form first. And when we are done writing it in expanded form, we will write it in exponential form. From exponential form, later on, we will write the answer, the value that would have been cubed. So, this is how it is. I think it's legible for everybody, right? So, let's create a table here. This is a number. This is the expanded form, exponential form, and eventually the answer. So if they say the number that they gave us is 3, the number provided is 3, in cube, expanded form, it simply means 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3, right? In exponential form, what do we explore? We say that the base is 3 and the exponent is 1, 2, 3, so 3 times. We will look at the answers at a later stage. Then we can have another example. Let's say we have been given number what? Number 5. In expanded form, we write it as 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. In exponential form, you write it as 5. This is the base. And how many times? 1, 2, 3. So basically, when we say cube, the exponent is always going to be number 3. Then, let's explore the negative numbers. So, we are going to have to use number -3. What does that mean in expanded form? It means -3 multiplied by -3 multiplied by -3. In expanded notation, what do we say? In exponential form, I'm sorry. We now say we've got a -3, close bracket, to the power 3. Then we come here, we say negative what? -5. So we say -5 multiplied by a -5 multiplied by a -5, right? So here we're now going to say open bracket -5 like this to the power 3. So let's place these two inside the bracket. Now what we need to explore this time around is, what if we've got a -3 and it's not placed inside the brackets, right? So what are we going to do in order to find the answer? We are not going to write the expanded form, but we can write the exponential, we can write the exponential form to say that it's -3 cubed. Then we want to find the answer from the calculator. Why? So that we may know how we write it in expanded form. All right, so what are we going to do now? We're going to explore our answers using a calculator before we talk about the manual calculations. So we start with 3 cubed, which is a positive. So 3 cubed, right? Right, let's press here. Then we say 3 cubed. What do we get? We get 27. There we go. We've got our number 27. If we go and we say 5 cubed, as you can see, our 5 cubed is equals to 125. 125. Then -3 inside the brackets. We open the bracket, we write our -3, we close the bracket, and then we cube the number. It gives us a -27. We will speak about this -27 when we are dealing with manual calculations. So let's speak about it right now. What does it mean? How did we get a -27? We simply said a negative multiplied by a negative, it gave us a what? A positive sign. and this positive sign multiplied by a negative, then it gives us a negative, which is this negative which we ended up getting. All right. If we go to negative 5, it should give us the same answer. Negative 5 cubed, it is equals to negative 125. Why? Because when you say a negative multiplied by a negative, you get a positive sign. And when you say a positive sign multiplied by a negative, you get this negative sign. Right. Now, let's observe. Is there any difference between a negative 3, which is cubed, but it's inside the brackets, and the negative 3, which is not inside the brackets, but it's also cubed? So we come here, we press negative 3, and we say to the power what? To the power 3. What does it give us? It gives us a negative 27. Turns out that there is no difference between this and that, which means in expanded form, we write it as negative 3 multiplied by negative 3 multiplied by negative 3. Basically, what does it tell us? It tells us that the cubes are different from the squares. Because remember, under squares, when we were given a negative 2 and then they said square it, what did we find? We said that this negative was not representing the 2, it was representing an invisible negative 1. Then the 2 was positive. And we eventually found a negative 4, right? All right, so that's what happens. Yes, now we've clarified that. However, we are not yet done yet. What are we going to do? We have explored our integers, our negative numbers and positive numbers. What do we need to explore now? We need to explore fractions. That if we are given a fraction of 1 over 2, what does it mean? It simply means 1 over 2 multiplied by 1 over 2 multiplied by 1 over 2. When you are writing it in exponential form, you open a bracket, then you place your fraction 1 over 2, you close the bracket, then you say to the power 3. Remember, we're still under cubes, right? If we go to our calculator, now we say 1 over 2, but we must first open the bracket. Open the bracket, we close the bracket, then we say to the power 3. We have cubed it, it gives us 1 over 8. This is what we get, 1 over 8. However, how did the calculator get this 1 over 8? They simply said numerator multiplied by numerator multiplied by numerator. So 1 multiplied by 1, it gives you a 1, and 1 multiplied by 1, it gives you this 1. And then 2 multiplied by 2, it gives you a product of 4, and 4 multiplied by 2, it gives you 8. Remember, when I say a product simply means what? A product simply means the answer you get as a result of multiplying, right? Okay. Now, what if we are given a negative half, the fraction? So we come here, we say negative half. What does it mean? It simply means negative half multiplied by a negative half multiplied by a negative half. We open the bracket, we say negative half, close bracket to the power 3. We go to our calculator, we start by opening the bracket. Now we say negative 1 over 2. Then we close the bracket, we say cubed, which gives us negative 1 over 8. And that, ladies and gentlemen, are cubes. What we have dealt with, these are cubes. So on the next video, you don't want to miss out, because we are going to deal with squares, square roots actually, square roots and cube roots. Thank you.